Alright friends, welcome to another episode of Music Business with Ferry Martins. My name is Ferry Martins and you are welcome to the show. Okay, so today we're going to be dealing with how to promote your music on TV, on television, right? How to promote your music on television. I just wanted to do these videos and get it out of the way because I promised them for a long time and I have not gotten to do them. So I'm just doing them immediately. So, how to promote your music on television. When we come back from this break, we will get into it. Alright, welcome back. How to promote your music on TV. Now, to promote your music on television, you would have to have a video. It's very important to have a video. You can't go to a TV station and say you want to promote your music on television and you don't have a video. Now, when we talk about videos for music, people get scared because it can be expensive to shoot a video, right? If you're talking to a video director to shoot a video, you should have like between 500,000 to ₦1 million and above, right? Even the 500,000, they'll be looking at you like this is really cheap production, right? But the truth also is that there are different qualities of music video and there are different channels with different qualities. Some are higher, some are lower. Some are SD, some are HD, right? So the first question you're going to ask yourself is, what can I afford? Can you afford high HD or 4K production? Why not? Go ahead and do it. It will put you in the best light, give you the best foot, right? Because the truth is people love beautiful quality, right? So that's one thing you ask yourself. If you can't afford the 4K HD level of quality and then what you can afford is a lower quality and SD quality or stuff like that, then by all means shoot that video, right? Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, until you have ₦1 million you can't shoot a video. No, you can shoot a video with the little amount you have. The funny thing, phone cameras actually shoot some real good qualities, right? And one thing I've learned from some of my friends who edit videos is the bulk of the work also happens in the editing. One is to have a really clean picture, then the next thing is actually the editing, but above all, creativity is everything. Being able to conceptualize, come up with an idea that is fantastic, right? So the truth is, even if you don't have a huge budget or you don't have a sponsor, you can actually shoot something. These days they call it viral video, but the truth is it's a video. Even if it's in your studio when you're recording the work, you can have someone use camera and lights, good lighting and your phone camera, and actually take some clips that you can put together and lay your audio over it and have a video, right? So now the truth is you have a video and you want to get it on television. So how do I get my video on my music video on television? Now there are several ways to do it. Now the first thing first is you have to ask yourself, what quality of video do I want to shoot? What quality of video do I have the money for? That's one question. You answer that. The next thing is, because of the quality of the video I shot, which stations am I going after? If you are your secular artist, you want to go after the Sound Cities of this world and the MTV Base of this world, and the Trace of this world, you go after them, but you have to have high quality and you also have to have moolah. Yeah, because it's quite expensive to, promote, videos. Then again, if what you can afford is the SD, there are channels out there who are also going to accommodate your SD quality or a lower quality of videos, right? But don't just shoot crap. Don't shoot crap, right? Let creativity be in your video. Let there be ingenuity, right? Let there be ingenuity. You understand? So make sure you have that set up. So the next thing I advise people to do is make a list of the TV stations you want to go after. You can't just not have a plan. Sit down and have a plan. How many TV stations do you want to get your video on? Where do you want to get interviewed? Most TV stations will want to play your video a couple of times before they interview you, right? Other stations might want to interview you and play your video at the same time. So you have to decide how you want to go about it. So after you have taken the decision of how many TV stations you're going after, the question is, on those TV stations, do they have a music video show, a program that shows music videos? That's another question you have to ask yourself. Some stations are purely entertainment, others are purely news, some are purely sports. You have to know what they do. Some stations use music as their interlude, that is the buy time between one show and another. So you have to know these things, which is the reason why I always encourage artists to have a team. You can't do the work alone, you have to have a team you're working with, right? So now you figure out the kind of music shows that are on those channels. Some of the shows are run by third-party programmers or third party content owners. So what I mean by third party is S.M.A.R.T had this music show called Music Africa or something like that. Music Africa, I can't remember. Yeah, by Philip Tremel. I think a long time ago I watched S.M.A.R.T, right? So now that show is not owned by S.M.A.R.T. That show is owned by the content producers of Music Africa. But it was one of the biggest music video show that is on TV, right? And a lot of people watched it. So you have to know that the show you want to get your music into, you have to know if it's owned by the channel or if it's owned by an individual. And the way to know that is to watch the show till the end. When you watch the show till the end, you're always going to see some contact information. They will tell you to advertise on this show or to get your music video on this show, contact so and so person, right? For example, in the gospel music space, you have X2D. X2D has its music show on several channels, right? And at the end of their show, sometimes they always leave their contact. And even if they don't leave their contact, you can go online and search this show, who owns it. You always get that information. So these are the things you ought to know, right? So that you will now know who you are going after, right? So if the show is owned by the TV station you're watching, then you can easily go over to that TV station with your music video in a CD or in a flash drive or in a hard drive or in some sort of storage device, depending on what they accept, the format that they accept there. And tell them that, look, I want to submit my video. And the truth is, these days many TV stations accept content online, so you can upload it on a file sharing software or a file sharing server, a file sharing website like maybe WeTransfer or even YouTube, and send it to them, right? You can look for their email or you walk over to the station and say, please, I want to submit my video. What they are going to do most times is always give you a form to fill. You fill the form and you submit your content, right? Even the ones that you can submit online, they'll give you a form to fill. You fill and you submit. So when you submit, always I encourage, get a contact, get somebody in the station who you can follow up with. Because the truth is, you're not the only person who is submitting content there. There are like 1,000 more persons who are submitting content there, who are also vying for that opportunity, that slot that you're vying for. So you have to do something different to get ahead. And the way to do that is, when you get there, be friendly, be nice. Don't go and be forming for them that you're an artist. Get to know people, connect with people, from the gate man to the receptionist to anybody else you want to talk to, right? If sometimes you might go and they bounce, you come back again, but be nice. The thing is, you can't give up, right? You can't give up. Send emails, and get there and submit your video, right? Submit your video. So if it's a private organization, most times they have a fee, right, that you have to pay in order to get your video on their playlist after they have previewed your content and certify that it's a radio, either it's TV worthy, right? It's airplay worthy. So what you do is, if you have the money to pay, you pay them and then you have your content. If not, most times private stations, private programmers will probably not even talk to you if your content is not up to, if your content is not up to their quality, or if you're not willing to pay them, or you don't want to pay them, they might not even answer you, because that's actually how they make the money with which they keep buying the airtime they used to, air those videos, right? So most times you could try and lobby. If you want to beg your way or appeal your way to get your video played, you might probably be talking to a station that has a TV, a music video show, right? So one other way is to try and know who the producer is, or who the presenter is. It's always good to get through to the presenters, but if you can get through to the producers, those are the real people who own the show, who control what is played and what is not played, what is said and what is not said on the show. So the producer, the editors, if you can get someone to connect you, that's always the easiest way to go, right? Now, like I always say, in the music industry, relationship is everything. Everything is relationship. You have to be nice to people. You have to learn how to cultivate relationship. Don't just approach people. Warm your way into their hearts, because that's the only way you can get them to do something for yourself, right? Warm your way into their heart. Warm your way. Warm your way meaning nicely and gently gain their trust, gain their acceptance, and then come into their space, right? And don't also just jump in and then you want to take everything you want to take and run away. Most times, when you get that relationship and you get that thing, don't disappear. Stay around. Keep oiling the relationship. Some artists, once they just become popular or they achieve their aim of probably getting their video played or getting the interview, they disappear. You won't hear from them again. And these are the things that turn presenters and producers away from helping artists, right? So you have to make sure that your motives are clear and clean, right? So these are some of the ways. One other way is some stations have talent hunt shows where they ask you to submit your video. They would play your video and let people vote whether yes or no, whether this is good or bad. That's a very good way to get your music video on air, right? So look out for those shows that give you that opportunity. Look out for those shows. So have information about the shows you want to get your video on, and then go after them, or the stations, and go after them. Most times, it's good to know people, but many times money is involved, right? Money is involved. But the truth is, sometimes you might talk to someone who, because the truth is, at the end of the day, each station has a quota of music videos that they want to play in a week, because they have to schedule programming for that 24 hours. So if they don't get people that pay, they will fill up with people who did not pay, because the station has to run, programming has to happen. And the truth is, these days there are a lot of stations out there and they need content. There are a lot of TV stations out there and they need content. A music video is one of the easiest content to get, because artists are producing it like this, right? So music videos are always needed on stations. And the truth is, there are so many TV stations on the DSTV network, on Go TV network, on Star Times network. I'm talking about Nigeria now, on Africa, on the Star Times network, on the ACT. There are all sorts of channels all over the place, and each of them have their coverage. The truth is, stations out there need your content. They need it, because they can't produce everything they want to show in 24 hours. They can't. So they need this small this content here and there, 5 minutes of music video here and there, to be able to put together. And that is where you come in. You can actually help them with that. So there's a station that needs your content, right? So shoot that video and take it out there. Look for this. You might not go for the big names. If you're looking for the big names, the Sound Cities of this world and the Trace of this world, you might not get it. But you can go for the small stations that are out there that also have their coverage, right? And then you still have your thing played on air. And I understand the fact that you want your music video to be on Sound City, or to be on Trace or MTV, or all the music video channels, right? But the truth is, if you can't afford that, go for the smaller ones. The smaller ones will charge you lesser and still play your video on air, right? And people will watch it. So that's all for today, talking about getting your music video to be aired on TV in Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click on the notification button, so that whenever I put out a video, you would know. Please share this video. If I have helped you, share this video so that you will help my ministry. Hallelujah. Okay, so share this video. See you next time on another edition of Music Business with S.M.A.R.T. To have a lovely week ahead of you.